What's going on, everyone? Back again, the boss. Alright, I'm going to talk about the retail market and how it's dying for in store people or people going to brick and mortar. So, before I move on to anything and explain anything, let me tell you this disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, I am not a business consultant, and I have any, and this is just some guy on YouTube. So, don't come after me for anything. So, shopping in America is becoming outdated, and this is how you can possibly get people back into your store. So, I started reading some news articles from a study done in 2022, and the survey reveals that 59% of consumer report have purchased new brands since the pandemic started, which means a lot of people are doing online and e-commerce seems like it's going up. And I just want to point out that it's almost 40% across the board about people doing curbside pickup. People are not going to stores no more. Brick and mortars are slowly dying out, and e-commerce is growing. And I think there's a lot of different reasons why, but let's talk about how to improve some of these stores and get people back into the stores. Well, let's first topic we have to talk about is theft in America. These stores are allowing a bunch of thieves to go in and take stuff, and the only solution they have thought about was let them go. Ignore them. No one's gonna stop them. Um, and it gives a terrible experience to anyone going to the store. So why would I want to go to the store if they keep stealing from the store and they're putting me at risk? And there's a better way to do this loss prevention. And another thing is the flow of these stores are horrible now because they're putting bare minimum on shelves, so they're always restocking, and there's nothing we can do. It's slowing everyone down, and no one likes to go in the store and waste extra time just to look for one item because the flow of the store is bad. And my recommendation in this part is we need, as a whole, as a country, is start automating the in the store. And what I mean about that is, besides the produce, the canned goods, the cereal, the purses, and everything like that, we can put them in vending machines or things such as vending machines so that they can either pay when they go in the store at these machines, so then you don't have to have these self checkout, and then you can put a fake or XYZ on display and have it locked up so they can't run off with it. Now, will all the stores go with that method? I don't think so. It's just like Home Depot. Now I go to Home Depot, and to get a drill, I had to call associates, wait 30 minutes, associates, and then get them to lock it just so I can even look at it to maybe purchase it. And then we don't even know the real price because it might not even be in the right place. There's so many things going wrong at these hardware stores that it's annoying. And they could even do it even better by having automated the lumber so that it can cut a certain size that people want. And you can charge a little extra for that and make a little bit of money. And with all these thieves in America, it's hurting these retail stores, and it's causing everyone have anxiety to go into them. And then with that, let's go into number two. The hourly wages for these people who works in these retail stores it's terrible. Um, if you automate everything, that means you can have less employees and pay higher, which then cause you have to have less workers. So if you have less workers, guess what? You have better benefit package. And if you have better benefit package, your your store looks better. Now, if your store is in a better light, more people will come in and say, "Hey, man, it's automated. It only takes me 5 minutes to go in there." Now, there's stores that already have it. Hey, scan, you can check out and all that stuff. But I think we have to go to more automation than that, where you're allowed to do produce, you're allowed to do X, Y, Z on your own and pick those out. Those are fine, but a can of beans, you know, or a box of cereal, if someone wants to go in there and steal it, they're gonna steal it. Or yogurt, they open up and they eat it in the store, and you see all these wrappers everywhere. I don't want to go to the store and start seeing people opening stuff, spitting in these water bottles, spitting into these juice containers, because there's videos of people doing it. So less people are gonna want to go to that store now because of that. So they're getting a bunch of bad rap for people who are looking for the hype and try to be a social media influencer. It's ridiculous. Now, the downside. Let's talk about the downside. The forcing Americans to get a better career or become self-employed, because you hire less people, but you give them more money. So that means more people are going to be trying to fight for that one position, which now you can be more selective and get better employees. If with this better employees, you get better benefit package. So then people will look at the company as a whole, because now, let's say Walmart automate all their stuff for all their non-consumables, or all their consumables besides the produce. Well, now you only need to pay a stocker boy to go in there and restock it whenever it tells you it's low. And you can keep tabs on your inventory 24/7. So now you automate it, and now you can hire a engineer to fix the machines, right? And now you're forcing Americans to leave the typical, hey, I'm gonna go work at the grocery store, I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna go work at the gas station, XYZ, to get a better career to improve the country as a whole. Because right now there's fewer and fewer people want to be engineers, fewer and fewer people want to be a nurse, and fewer people want to be self-employed. So this will create a lack of lower level jobs and force people to have a higher level job to increase the income. And let's be honest, you save money on employees. You don't have to have a store of 40 people. Now you can have a store of 10 people. And that alone will give a better benefit package, and this is for one shift. I don't know how many people works at Walmart, but nowadays when I go into Walmart or Target, there's tons of people just walking around, always restocking, always organizing, and it's just a waste of time, because let's talk about the lock and key method that they're using for all the stuff that's locked up. Sometimes I have to wait like 30-45 minutes to get a hold of someone, to get something from a locked area, and almost everything's locked up now. So now I have to sit there and waste time. I'd rather just buy it online at that point, because now I'm wasting 30-45 minutes, and that's a lot of time if you have to get multiple items, and you have to find the person who's dedicated to that area with the key in that area. Instead of, they could have just got, let's say, the Apple Pods, AirPods. If they had it in a vending machine, you go over there and you do, and you paid for it. Done. Now you don't have the people waiting in line in front just for one item. They just purchased that electronics right there. And this will work great for video games, because now they can go in there and there's no bum rush. They can go, oh, I don't have to have it locked up. They can purchase it right there and then leave with it just by walking in. And that's way more reliable and less time consuming. So you get more people coming in wanting the actual item. And then the other issue I see is the receipt checkers, right? Unless it's a greeter or XYZ, I think it's a waste of a person there. If it's just to give someone a job, cool, but you can just use AI and people walk through, they can scan what's in the basket and they can then analyze if you were stealing something and then report that to the cops instead of just having someone stand there that won't stop them even if they're stealing. I mean, they're not stopping people from stealing, so what's the point of having a receipt checker? That's just 3, 4 employees that you're just wasting money on. And that's with almost all the stores in America. If you have a receipt checker, it's pointless. Now, you're still gonna need stock boys. You're still gonna need, material managers, people. But all the people in the store is not really necessary anymore, and they haven't updated with the time. Now, will this cause people to come back in the store? Maybe, but right now the number one reason I think people don't want to go to stores, it takes so long to go shopping whenever people just don't want to be around other people. People have social anxiety. So if people have social anxiety, you have to make their experience entertaining or speed up their shopping experience, especially for males. Males just want to go in there, buy their stuff, and leave. So if I can go in the store and say, oh, let's say if I need to go in the store, I know I'm this size of shirts. Well, let's say I'm just looking for plain white tees. Well, instead of me worrying about which pack was open and people stealing shirts from it, I could easily go up to the store, walk in there, put my credit card in a vending machine, have it um, dispensed to me just like every other vending machine does. And I could walk out and it'll only take me 5 or 10 minutes instead of 45 minutes waiting in line getting checked out just for one item. Or I can just buy it online and do 5 minutes. But if I need it that day, now I have to waste an hour to try to buy 3 t-shirts. And that's just my opinion on shopping in America and how it's so outdated, and that how stores need to update their time. Let me know if you agree. If you disagree, put it in the comment below. You know what? If you agree, put it in the comment below. Like, subscribe, whatever y'all want. Alright, later.